Hey there, it's time to talk Mandalorian Chapter 8. Let's go. Hey, there's this Tom from Tom's Tech Show, and I do promise that at the beginning of the year, I've got a lot of other technology things that are coming. If you are following the technology playlist that's on my channel, there'll be more things added there pretty soon. The beginning of the year, I've got a lot of. I was sidetracked by the 25 Days of the Orville TV show that I love, and now we're going to get back to doing just a few things here and there, entertainment, TV, movie wise, and then we'll get back into doing a lot more technology things. So be aware that is coming, and I do have some things in the works for the beginning of the year. Okay, so we did have Chapter 8 of The Mandalorian drop this morning, and I watched it, early this morning, and it was great. It was a great episode. I think it was a great end to the the season. Kind of wrapped a few things up, left a few things straggling things open. But I think this is kind of what we're going to get with Disney Plus shows. I don't think we're going to get the typical 45-minute of content in a show. We're going to get 35 minutes of content and 5 minute plus of credits. And that's going to be what I think they're going to do. They're going to do like 8 or 10 episodes, and they're going to do short 30-minute episodes in a season. So even the Jeff Goldblum thing is pretty short, and just like little vignettes of what he's doing. He sees something, does some things about it, and stuff, and has a pretty good production value. I mean, all the graphics and transitions and the history timelines and things of it are really good, even for something simple like the Jeff Goldblum world according to Jeff Goldblum. So that's nice that they are putting something behind it, even though they are a little bit shorter. So this switch to the right view here. So we start this episode, of course, end of 7, right? We had Baby Yoda taken by the stormtroopers. Everybody in the building back in town, and Moff Gideon is there, and he's ready to just take everybody out. So it's a pretty grim point in this transition from episode 7 to episode 8. I do kind of notice, I don't know who wrote this or who put the stormtrooper part in, but this was funny. This was just hilarious. They just get there and they're just like sitting, waiting, and they're having these discussions back and forth. It was very funny. Definitely a Taika Waititi kind of thing. So, and here, like, should we offer it some water? They're talking about, I want to see it. I want to, no, you just want to touch it. You just want to do this and that. And so it was pretty funny. And then we did get kind of a glimpse into something about stormtroopers, in that there's this little thing on the ground, this little piece of junk, whatever it is, sitting on the ground from something that got blown up, probably, and they're trying to shoot at it, and they can't hit it. So I don't know if it was a combination of the fact that they wear those helmets, and through that the lenses are twisting what they're looking at, or just throughout all of the years, throughout the years and years and years, the last 40 years or whatever of stormtroopers, they've been given guns that have bad aim, that are not calibrated correctly and can't shoot straight. That it's not necessarily the stormtroopers, but since there's so many, maybe they have to make the guns in bulk, and the guy who does the aiming, sets the aiming mechanism up in the weapon, sets it wrong every single time, so none of the guns will actually aim right and shoot correctly. I don't know, but it was just a lot of definitely hilarity content about what was going on and all that. So we do get IG-11 showing up, and he takes care of the stormtroopers and rapidly, and then grabs Baby Yoda and jumps on the thing and runs one of the speeder bikes and runs off into town. So meanwhile in town, we of course have Moff Gideon here, and they're setting up this special gun, and it's going to be there to just blast everybody away if they don't come out. He's trying to convince them to come out so that he can help them find the Baby Yoda, make sure they have the Baby Yoda, and stuff. For whatever his purposes are, we still don't know really what those are. Whether he's going to try and siphon out some of his Jedi powers or something like that, we don't know. We're not sure. Different things happen. IG-11 comes into town, and we do get a little flashback into the Mandalorian's history, that he was saved by Mandalorians. So we get more of the story that there was some battle, and his parents, of course, hid him away in a little storage place, and the Mandalorians come and save him and take him, then indoctrinate him into the Mandalorian way of life. So we get IG-11 speeding into town, and as he goes through town, he just starts taking out all of these stormtroopers along the way. So the people are Mandalorian, Cardoon, and everybody inside come out, and they're going to help fight, and there's a battle ensues, and it kind of gets overwhelming, and they have to retreat, which I thought was good. I thought if they would have just won the battle there, I mean, that would be a short episode. It's all done and over with. But no, they had to retreat, which was good. I like them, I like struggling and failing inside some of these episodes that are going on. So, of course, IG-11 continually fighting, and he ends up back in there with them, and he opens the grate for them to get into the sewer to try and escape. And the Mandalorians have been hurt, so he's not going to go with them. They're just going to leave him there, and they come and they have a guy with the flamethrower come through, and once the flamethrower guy gets in there, then Baby Yoda stops the flamethrower from engulfing everything with force powers, and then he's there. It's very cute and humorous. He's there. He stops it all, and then he just kind of falls backwards. Clunk. It was good. I like that. That was a very funny part after that. Then, of course, everybody leaves, and they all get down in the sewer, but Mandalorian can't because he's hurt. He's injured. They're going to leave him there to die. Tells everybody to go, protect the baby, and IG-11 stays because he has a little Bacta spray, and they, of course, remove the Mandalorian's helmet, and we see that he's actually under there. So now IG-11 says, no, it's okay. No one's actually seen you because I'm just a machine, and it's fine. So they go further down. So now they all get down into the sewer area, and we get to where at the weapons keeper, the weapons maker, and armor person, and she goes through. She gets him a little insignia. They found a bunch of helmets and things from other Mandalorians down there that I guess were fought off and had fought the Imperials, or as imps as they call them. And so she helps him out, gives him a jetpack, and makes him an insignia for his shoulder and stuff, and says, this is how you get out of here. And then stormtroopers come, and she just fights him off. And it was pretty awesome. She really did. It was great. All she had was her tools that she does for the metalworking, and she just kicked their butts. It was good. So once we get down to where they're going down this channel with the lava and everything, how I guess the boat must be made of certain special non-temperature transferring things, because I would think after so long of that boat sitting in lava that it would catch on fire, but this is Star Wars, and I guess that's fine. So they get to the end, and they have the big, huge discussion over the fact that there are stormtroopers at the exit, and the only way to get through this and to save the Baby Yoda, which IG-11 has been tasked with, they've got to... IG-11 says, I gotta go and self-destruct in front of all the stormtroopers that are there, and then that will save Baby Yoda. But they had the discussion, well, isn't your ultimate goal to save Baby Yoda, so you need to stay with Baby Yoda. He's like, no, the only way to save Baby Yoda is for me to go there and self-destruct. So it's, they have this a small morality play discussion over saving Baby Yoda. So, and the sad part is, of course, is that IG-11 is probably my favorite character on the show. So it was destroyed once. Now I've had to see it be destroyed twice. So, but he does save them, and they get out, and then we see Moff Gideon come, and he's in the TIE fighter and strafing them, trying to kill them, and Mandalorian takes his new jetpack and flies off and puts some explosives on the side of the TIE fighter, blows up, TIE fighter crashes. So now we're all thinking, okay, we're good, everything's good, we can stay here. But I think the Mandalorian realizes that the armory woman, she said, your mission is to find the people and return Baby Yoda to its people. So he says, yeah, that's what he's gonna do, and he heads off into the stars to go and try and find, I guess, where Baby Yoda is, and maybe that's Yoda's people are. So maybe that's going to be season 2, or at least a big part of season 2. And I'm sure we'll see these two back in some form in season 2. Now, the kicker at the end, of course, is that Moff Gideon was able to get out of the TIE fighter and survive the TIE fighter crash, so he is still going to be coming after Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian. So that's where it ends, right there. And then we're done with the season. So then credits roll and off we go. So great action through the episode. Great, some really good comedy spots. I really like how, we had, that's Taika Waititi adding some things to it. I think this was written by Jon Favreau, but just a lot of good stuff in it. I don't know that the first couple of episodes, I was just excited that there was something that wasn't completely, social justice messaging, identity politicking, and putting a lot of our politics and dissensions and things in our current society into this. It was just, this is him, he's going out, he's doing his job, and things happen, and it's good. I don't know if my bar for what I was expecting from Star Wars was so low that I liked the first, few episodes, that now that it's getting better. You could definitely see the build up to these last 2 episodes, Chapter 7 and Chapter 8, of this whole battle and everything with Baby Yoda and all that. It was really more enjoyable, I think. I think because I kind of let my bar down a little bit for the first 6 episodes, 7 and 8 kind of took me by surprise. Like, wow, these are really good. Now that we got everybody together, now we have more characters. Now that we have interaction, we can have dialogue. That was the real struggle about the first couple of episodes was, gosh, there's not, where's the dialogue? Where's the finding out about what's going on? Where's all these things? And now we're getting a little bit of that now in the episodes, or the chapters 7 and 8. So really good. I loved the comedy, loved the action, and how they really felt like they were, kind of in danger at the whole time. Where sometimes some of these shows, you don't feel like, okay, nobody's going to die, nobody's going to get hurt. But we knew that when the Mandalorian had been hurt, that he wasn't going to die because there's another season. So made sense for IG-11 to use the Bacta spray to heal him, to get him moving, and made sense that everybody had to be out of the room for that to happen. So a few logical things flowing to keep him safe in his Mandalorian stuff so that he didn't have anybody see his face. And IG-11 is now blown itself up, so his identity is safe and everything else is safe. So good episode. I'm hopefully we'll get. I know they're filming season 2, so hopefully we'll get that fairly soon. I know there's a lot of other Marvel shows and everything that are coming, and that's the problem. And that's the real problem with Disney Plus. I think is that at least a tenth of the things that I'm gonna want to watch that, and then boom, it says, hey, this isn't available till end of November of 2020 because it's licensed to somebody else. So knowing that a tenth of everything that's on Disney Plus is like, well, maybe this is why it was so cheap for people to subscribe to in the beginning, because 10 or 15% of the stuff that's on there isn't really on there. I mean, I actually would rather have it not be there, or at least have some indicator on the thumbnail that says coming blah 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 time, instead of you having to go into it and then go back out of it and stuff to see when it is, or have a way to filter those out, show hide non-available programs on the menu somewhere. But anyway, that's Mandalorian Chapter 8. I really liked it. I would give it like 8.5 out of 10. Score, I don't know if I would go as high as a 9, because there were a few problems I didn't understand. They went back they blew a door up and then went out, and then they came back and the door closed. Like, well, you blew the door up. So I don't know if that was a different door or what they were doing, but that kind of threw me off. There's a small continuity problem there, but other than that, if you have explanation for that, let me know. I mean, I'll watch it again to try and see if they just blow the door and the door slides open or what. But if you put an explosive on a door, I think it's going to blow the door. All right. Anyway, so that's Chapter 8. Very good. I'm happy about it. I'm not happy about Rise of Skywalker, but that's a whole nother 8-hour video, right? So you can't get past the first 5 minutes where the Emperor says, the First Order, that's where it all started. I'm like, wait, weren't there 6 other movies? Yeah, there were. Sorry, Emperor, you're wrong. It all started way back when. I mean, even episode 1, you were moving towards generating a clone army to do the Clone Wars, and create the Empire and all that, right? What about all that? Oh, that's right. It's Disney. They want to forget about all that, because I think if they mention it, they owe George Lucas $5. Who knows? Anyway, that's a whole nother rant for a whole nother day. This was Mandalorian Chapter 8. It's good, but season 1 is done. All right. Thanks for watching this. Take care.